And welcome back, guys. We are into the draft. We switched the position. We have, what is you exactly? A wizard?
I'm a melee wizard.
Battle mage.
Battle mage.
Ooh.
Like I have melee abilities. Like I do the a little bit of melee DPS and then cast some spells.
Wow.
Not a support though. I do DPS.
Yeah, you look like a soldier of a knight's dress, not a knight's watch.
Yeah.
I don't.
The leaders of the Virgin or something like that.
Yeah, I lead the virgins, but I'm not a virgin.
Right,
guys?
bow before the mighty king. We have
Yes,
mighty
my
TrentPax.
loyal
My
subjects.
lord.
Thank you. It feels good up here, man. This chair is
It
very
is comfy.
comfortable.
I know. I was in it the whole start of the day, and now I've been downgraded. I feel very sad. But we're here now.
The draft is live.
And we saw David, a.k.a. Pop-Tart, hooking us up with the dedicated obs. Shouts to him. That means that you don't have to be responsible for the camel work, Lacoste. So
Oh, that's nice.
you give him your thanks.
Thank you. So you can blame David. You can blame me for the slow play-by-play. Here we go. Io as an opener.
Comma.
Here
is base. All right. This is going to be a good time.
All
We
right.
got a wisp.
This is our first Wisp of King's Cup.
Mm.
That's my analysis right there.
So far. All right, then back to me. Brood Mother is gone. Why is that? Against the ROOONS, I heard it's one of their most played heroes.
Yes, it is. But an immediate Necrophos, huh? Now, we don't see much of it, but Ancient Apparition seems to tickle my fancy. We got lots of healing and sustain that could easily be nerfed down by the power of Ancient Apparition, but I feel like he's just fallen off the wayside. I feel like I should know why, but the answer isn't coming clear to me here.
It eludes you.
It eludes me at
Yeah.
this moment. I'm a bit off season, I
I don't know.
guess.
He needs a couple friends in lane, that AA guy, you know?
he
he wants that
does.
CK or that Sven, and those heroes just don't feel very good. Wraith King was kind of okay, but now he's like nerfed so much that you can't really play him like...
He's pretty bad.
there's just better heroes. Like, you could do Wraith King AA off lane, and that would probably be okay, but why wouldn't you just pick,
You could
know,
just
Dark
pick
Willow?
something else. Yeah.
Or better heroes.
Yeah. I think there's just such a focus on laning that he's he's not that great in lanes. He just kind of feeds. You need to pick him in a specific combo. I would see people. People could do like CKAA for sure, and that would be okay. It is definitely good against Necro and Wisp though.
Trent, you mentioned Dark Willow. Is there a reason why we didn't see a Dark Willow so far?
Nerfed.
She got nerfed.
Nerfed. I don't know. I think she's still probably pretty okay, but the teamfight element's nice. But I think Earthshaker's just kind of like straight up better now. So like you just kind of get that good team fight at a Shaker. It's better.
I feel like supports fall into that position more often. It's like once you change the numbers or just bring down the feature of a support, there's going to be another one who can do what they do and then better. And they're just going to take their position nine times out of 10
I think that's
usually.
like really accurate.
Well, supports also, they get picked so early too. So like it's very important that hero's just straight up strong because like you're not countering something. Like there's going to be situations where Dark Willow might be better than another support, but you might not know that until later on in the draft. So instead, you just have to take this Earthshaker, who's generally going to be better and more heroes than Dark Willow is.
that is true.
So
That's a good point.
Bristleback is picked. That's the hero that we didn't see for quite some time, at least.
Dude.
I didn't see it.
That's a March hero. He's definitely, that's some MVP Dota, right? Some Io and Bristleback stuff.
Io Bristle's a classic strat, but it's very ballsy picking this into a Necrophos because
Yeah.
like Necro's like a typical Bristle lane counter because.
You don't- Just finish it.
Okay.
Here you go, Wizard.
Let the wizard speak.
Well, all right.
Speak, Wizard!
Basically, I mean, Necro could dispel the physical damage coming from the Bristle. Doesn't care about it.
Oh, that was worth waiting for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
And the Heart
Wizard.
Stopper.
Yeah.
The Heart Stopper goes through his Bristleback.
What about the fact that Necrophos destroys everyone when using Wand, and you get like infinite Wand charges? That's pretty good.
That's good analysis. You should do this for a living.
I'm a king.
They both favor real long-winded fights. So they know they're going to
that's
be
true.
getting into that.
Well said, analyst. Well
So,
said.
I got
Natural.
it.
Yes,
You're
yes.
welcome.
Clap with your king.
Bristleback, he does
Welcome.
not have many counters that are in the pool right now or in the meta. They banned out Viper because he can break him. Slark is just out of the game. The hero does not exist.
Wizard.
OD
That's
also.
my crown.
Why do I have to get it? I'm not a peasant.
My crown has fallen off while I enjoyed my
You do
tasty
anything the king
Monster
says.
Vanilla Light Java.
Do what the king says.
There's another
Dumbass
crown
wizard.
for you.
Oh, my replacement crown. Yes, of course.
Yes. Oh, crowns and crowns.
Thank you. I
Our
feel like
apologies.
a piece that reached the other
Lord-
side of the board in checkers.
Lord Trent of Canada.
me.
Our deepest apologies.
So how do you counter? We can't hear you talking, Jenkins. What's the counter to a Bristleback?
A timber saw.
Necrophos. I mean, I would pick Necrophos.
As long as you say it confidently enough, it becomes true.
That's what analysts I see do. And then, like, somehow they get away with it when they're way off the mark, you know? And as a play-by-play, I'm like, well, it's actually not even that roll at all, it looks like. But whatever. So I just say it confidently like it's going to happen.
That's perfect.
Timbersaw could be a good pick.
It's the way to
Definitely
go.
agree on that one.
Timbersaw's definitely the pick right now.
Maybe not right now, but
The
a
hero.
bit later.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So they still have one more ban. What does Rune need to focus on right now?
Well, they got rid of the Bane, who's like one of the most paired heroes with Io, I think, in history. Even more so than like Tiny and stuff, because everyone just runs Io and Bane, so you can run around the map, Nightmare, and do relocates.
Yeah.
Pretty smart. I've seen Nyx Assassin used to do the same thing. Dark Willow's actually kind of used like that too sometimes, but
I think Bristle's one of the few heroes. Well, maybe not few, but one of the few heroes that's actually decent that you can play with the IO in lane and in the game as well. However, with that
Right.
being said, he's not the best in the game. He does not have an Aghanim Scepter upgrade unless they added something that I'm not remembering.
you're not
They do-
remembering.
they
He has
do
the
have
AoE.
Oh, he has the
Snot.
AoE Snot. I don't know how good that's not good. That's not.
that's-
It's a bit of a
That's
classic
it's
egg.
not
insane,
good at
man.
all.
What are you talking
Dude, it's like an
It's
Alk.
not
It's
good.
an Alk upgrade though, where it's
Hey,
like
there's the AA.
That's why I'm here, guys.
Analyst, man.
That's why I'm here.
this guy.
It's
Okay.
It's very good with the. It's awkward with the Necrophos because you both have that like, oh, you're low, I'm gonna get you. So that's kind of weird. But the Earthshaker AA, it's a classic combo.
So I think they'll
Fights.
probably pick some laning stun, right? They'll probably get something to actually combo up with this. Like the Wraith King, I don't know, it's kind of okay.
I don't know if I would want to do.
Racing Bristleback.
Ugh. I mean, it's like good and bad because it's like you lose the stacks of the quills when you respawn.
Maybe what you do is you run like the Earthshaker with Necrobot, and then run some sort of dual lane off lane with the AA. Run like
Yep.
the AA kind of 4 in the start, and then eventually 5. Because we saw EE play the Earthshaker as kind of a 5. Ended up picking up the Blink Dagger and stuff, so he was kind of a 4.
It'll
kind
probably
of a
be
5.
actually Monkey's Necro with the Earthshaker, and they'll probably do like an off lane, right?
Yeah,
like with
BSJ with Marana probably.
Yeah,
Probably
because
with
he
the
really
AA.
likes that hero.
Because you leap in and you have all the attack speed.
At TI when they released that chest that had the new Marana mount, and
Yep.
it's like the ultra rare, whatever. BSJ just kept going, so we're in the green room behind, and he was like, "I'm gonna keep buying chests until I get it." It was great.
How many did he buy?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that.
Okay.
only like 5 because it's
Quite a
Valve,
Of
and
course.
obviously you get exactly what you want
Of
when you
course,
go for a
of
chest.
course.
Streamer
So,
RNG, yes.
Thanks,
Yes,
Valve.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't you talk about Necro against Templar Assassin yesterday? Who wins
Yeah.
the lane?
I'm pretty sure Necro wins that lane. It depends on who you ask, but I'm pretty sure Necro wins that lane because obviously Necrophos can defend from the physical damage, and then also he has the Heartstopper, which just straight up goes through refraction, and then you can keep hitting and then wait for the refraction to wear off, and then you just use the pulse. You push in the wave, and you can deny him under tower and stuff. Like, yeah, Necro's definitely really good against the TA. It's a weird matchup though, because it's one of those ones where it's not really clear who wins that, but I'm pretty sure it's the Necro.
And you're giving your Necro the mid lane experience though, which is kind of awkward too, because you're hoping to transition that and to help the rest of the team. But the
Yeah.
only way that Necro can like abuse an advantage is like a full-on 5-man snowball. It feels like.
Yeah, Necro, he can definitely snowball. He can do like a lane rotation, but it's like once every 3 minutes basically. So
Yeah.
it is a little awkward. That kind of makes me feel like the Necro will probably be in one of the side lanes, especially because there's a Bristle in this game who's now basically locked into the side lanes, and they're probably going to want that lane.
What do you think about them leaving the gyro? After all this, like, do you think it would be worth it to take the gyro now? But then there's the threat that ROOONS would just go for the Morphling right after, which actually looks pretty good
That
too.
does look really good. Yeah, I think it just. I mean, I don't know how Morph does against TA. It's another weird matchup. But
I think he would send them Marana mid. I would think, which
Yeah,
is
you
kind of
could-
a
which is, I think that would be kind of bad too.
yeah, that's true.
What about the Ember Spirit for J.Storm? Even though they have Templar Assassin, who's seen Ember Spirits being played on a safe lane, ROOONS really have no lockdown besides Earthshaker.
Yeah. And
They have a the 10th pick though. I feel like then they could find a second answer, and I think Shaker's actually one of the best heroes versus Ember. I feel like because he's always cutting in the wave on the side.
you mean VG or you mean J.Storm?
J.Storm, yeah.
Lacoste, you think they should pick Ember?
They can, yeah.
I was thinking maybe ROOONS could pick Ember. Counter the TA. It's sets up for the Marana. We saw
Sure,
them pick
it looks
it.
like a good pick for both teams.
We saw them pick it yesterday too, and then with the AA you can do all of your Ember spells and then just burst somebody down. Ember's one of those weird heroes that like he does enough damage to give somebody like 10% HP, and then you kind of run them down like right clicking with the shield. But with the Ancient Apparition, it puts them over that threshold of just one hitting somebody essentially. But we saw how the lane went yesterday, the Ember versus TA. The TA kind of thwomped them.
Do you guys think that people fall into the trap of Silver Edge buyers versus Bristle? Like, you can see that even though the Bristle was picked up incredibly early in this draft, it hasn't been addressed at all, really, from ROOONS in that sense. Is that really something that's worth doing, do you think? Because I don't know. I feel like it's generally very difficult to actually get that initiation with the Silver Edge on the hero that you want
Yeah.
to get the break, and then you also have to actually abuse the break during that full duration. Like,
It's almost better on heroes that have some sort of initiation tool already, and then
Yeah.
they can use the Silver Edge after. Like, it's really good on Faceless Void, for example.
yeah, Face Voter Axe is another one that
Yeah,
you'll
you-
often see it, like, just
right.
for the pure
You literally,
breaking.
you go in, you use the invis, you break, and then you do all of your
Yeah.
stuff to... Actually, Axe would be decent in this game because you just make the Bristle face towards you.
Yeah.
And it's really good against TA, and it's good against Brewer, too, because you can beat him in lane, and then also you just taunt him through BKB, and he can't get his ultimate off.
Legion was the other hero people used to
Yeah, I
try
was
and
just
use
gonna think that too. Face him towards you,
Bat
and it could be
Rider.
a Shadow Blade, but Bat Rider.
Monkey's Bat Rider, possibly.
The classic.
That is a classic.
The classic.
So this looks like a really good Batrider game. They don't have pretty much anything to get those stacks off. Also, they needed some kind of a lockdown for a Brewmaster.
Wisp is pretty good against Bat because you get all the wand charges, and because, well, you used to be able to just relocate out of the lasso, but probably not anymore with how the relocate works.
That would be very difficult to
quite
achieve.
difficult. I've seen people do it, though. People are starting to do it again.
Yeah, you have to it feels like it needs more preemptive, like just heads up to start the channeling because you can't move while you do it. Now.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't,
like
you
hide
can't
in
like
the
follow the
trees
person
or-
being dragged. It's like, okay, I'm following you as you get dragged away
It's
and
more like
latch.
it's more like they'll wait until there's stuns used, and then they'll go in and do it afterwards. It's way harder to do it now, but I've seen people start doing it again. I feel like that's why Wisp fell off for a bit. People were just overwhelmed with the change, and then they got way better at dealing with the change. And here Wisp is getting
I don't know
first phased again.
I don't know if we mentioned there's a demon as a stand-in for J.Storm.
It's true, we didn't. Yeah.
Oh, there he
Demon's
is.
hanging out.
No, we
There it
did
is, look
not.
at
Who's
him.
he standing?
Little Jimmy.
Who's he standing in for?
J.Storm?
No, I mean
Instead of who? Oh,
which-
Brial Milan.
Milan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they picked the Shadow Shaman.
boys
That's
missed
a demon classic.
That is
right
a
there.
Jimmy
It
hero.
is a
He loves
mega
those heroes
Jimmy
where you can make
classic.
big plays by
He's-
yourself.
He's
or
so
like,
annoying on Shadow Shaman,
yeah.
actually.
He's a woodsman kind of player.
He's a woodsman.
yeah.
he's-
Coddle, Shadow
Yep.
Shaman.
Yep.
He
We
loves that
talked
stuff.
about this actually. Jakiro and Shadow Shaman are like the two 5
Yeah.
heroes that play on their own. They suicide down a lane, just try to get towers, possibly solo kills, and that is the definition of Jimmy, is to just run around on your own. You play
And suicide.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah, you
add, I would add Lash to that list. So Jimmy's going to be around this part of the map in the trees. I don't know if you can see the...
No,
Thanks.
Wizard,
Can't
quickly
see.
send us to the
Wizard.
game.
All right, Bobbity Boop. I'm gonna poop.
He's trying to use the sword, dude.
Bobbity poop, I'm gonna
Uh,
poop.
Doing?
Go to the game, please. Get out of there. Get in there.
This Wizard. This is the worst.
I'm a melee wizard. All right.
Found on Craigslist.
It's not working.
It was Fiverr. It was actually worse.
Okay, well I made the GG bet thing.
Yeah, I
come
think
up.
that was the wrong.
That was the
spell.
wrong incantation. That was the wrong incantation.
Sell out Wizard? No.
All right,
Wrong
He
spell.
was switching it.
doing this.
That's gonna change. it. You can't cast with your left hand.
We're gonna have to radio.
I don't have an
cast it.
ambidextrous
All right, I
wizard.
need you guys,
Yeah, dude.
guys
Okay, it
to
doesn't
calm
matter.
down, and we are going to hop into the game. Batrider is going to
Now-
be on the mid. I'm not a king, but I have the power.
There you go.
So
This
Batrider
guy
mid
should be
against
the
the
wizard.
Templar Assassin. We've seen different kinds of builds when Batrider is played against a TA. I've seen it when they go for Null Talisman just for the extra mana. He decided to go for a Windlace just so that he has more movement speed already.
Bit of kill
Deep
potential.
ward placed by J.Storm. My boy Jimmy already doing the job.
Good luck,
Only to
BSJ.
BSJ.
Wow.
Enjoy.
It was a very talkative lobby.
He's pulling a big limp. That's a big limp right there.
I have no in-game sounds.
He's drinking some Diet Limp.
There they
Now
are.
I do.
You have so much power.
I'm a wizard.
Can you summon money for me?
I can land you $20.
Hell yeah. Oh, look at this Bat Rider in the mid lane. Going to be squaring up against the TA.
Now
Monkeys
that's a
forever
classic
mid.
co-caster. He wasn't
Yeah.
listening. See, that's he's
Oh,
actually
wow.
doing a very good job as
Oh, yeah.
a co-caster.
Yeah, he knows.
Play-by-players have anything important to say? They make noise.
So top lane, Mirana and Earthshaker. Who's gonna be in favor? Who do you favor in this kind of a matchup against Brewmaster and Shadow Shaman?
I don't know. Top lane, though, has
Top lane,
Mirana and
definitely,
Earthshaker.
That's it.
So Trent can answer that
What?
question.
I mean, should
as
I
a
be
king.
answering?
I'm
that?
not
I'm
king,
not
Your
the
Majesty,
analyst.
please.
I'm not the analyst.
Wait, you guys talking about top lane?
Yeah.
What do we got? We got Marana. I don't know. It's hard to combo up, right? I guess you can try and do like some Fisher plays. Can't even see the top lane.
It is
Dakota's just watching bottom. There we go. Then I'm gonna go for some plays. I don't know, Jimmy. He's just gonna punch, slap. I would say I favor the Brewmaster and the Shaosham. I like it.
I think I would too.
You just keep punching over and over. Shaker doesn't have a whole lot to contribute. I think that they'll be fine, like getting the Shaker the levels though, because Marana's pretty survivable. You got the leap.
Unless they get a Hail Mary arrow, feels like it could generally just be a win-win.
Once they get a
Both
few
sides
levels,
will get farmed.
though, like the Starstorm will start hurting the Brew. This hero is weak against anything that's not physical right clicks, and sure, Marana does harass using the physical right clicks in the early levels, but eventually she's just about spamming out that Starstorm with the low mana cost on it now. So I do think that we could actually see the Brew or the Shadow Shaman die. It's just it's going to be later in the lane, and maybe it'll be too late that the Brew and the Shaman are going to be doing a little
if
too
they
well.
can land a good Fisher block, that's probably going to be a kill, but also they should be careful about the return kill. Shadow Shaman just locking them down with the shackles. Brewmaster is tanky enough, not too much armor, 2 armor plus a stout shield. Also bottom lane, do they have sticks? 10 stick charges.
Of course they have sticks.
Sticks, yeah.
Look at that lane.
AA, 10 charges. Necrophos already used his, which is pretty smart. He also has a point in a Ghost Shroud, because Quill Spray is a physical damage, so it doesn't affect him.
Not a tremendous amount of kill power, really, at the moment for a lot of these lanes. So while there's a lot of harassment happening, I don't suspect, unless there's a misplay, that we're going to be seeing too much early damage. Incoming first blood in 3, 2, 1.
Dude, you got this.
You know, the Necrophos builds are... People used to always go for the second points in the aura, just for more harass in the lane, and it's kind of helpful with the creeps a little bit. It's a little low, but it does something. But now, just with how this hero has been nerfed, everybody goes for the Ghost Shroud, just because if you don't, you severely regret it.
Oh, they're diving him. BSJ has no magic sticks ready. They're pretty much full 7 stick charges. They should try to go for it. Bristleback has Boots of Speed. We missed the first blood. Okay, we didn't.
He just
miss the
stuck-
first
he-
blood.
Don't
He
worry,
actually-
camera's on it, dude.
He just walked in there and popped him with an extra set
Dave's
of
got
quills.
this.
No big deal.
I thought the range was not going to hit. That's why I thought we were going to have a first blood on a different side of the map. TA already forced to get out of the lane. Jungling level 4 has Blightstone, which is going to increase her farming capabilities. Batrider, still no points in either Flame Break or Firefly, just keeping the points.
I like seeing all the different builds for Wisp as they make a dive through the bottom lane. He's going to be building into a Soul Ring. Some like to get the early just bottle. Here
And
they will
here we
swarm
go.
BSJ.
Damn.
And they're going to go for AA as well.
He's dead.
He's probably dead. One more Quill Spray, and that's it. They're just going to get destroyed on that bottom lane.
So what can they do to mend this lane? It is just far too much harassment. I don't know if you can leave either the Marana or the Earthshaker just to their own devices here in the top lane. I mean, maybe the Marana, but shifting Boris around this early on, I don't think he's going to achieve a lot. He's not even level 3 yet. It looks like he's coming to intercept Bryle's action over here. Actually gets level 3 off leeching the XP.
It's pretty annoying, but
Wow, 37
Wow.
gold.
Nice.
Yeah,
Got her.
that's something.
that's
That
worth
almost
it.
pays for your clarity.
Yeah, the top lane, however, in favor of Marana and Earthshaker, they're probably waiting to use a shrine. TA is also quite low.
There's a lot of pressure on this Batrider to make something happen this game.
Yeah, I don't feel like this bristle was fully addressed, really. I don't know. I don't see a lot of burst damage here. I guess you have the scythe, right? That's the whole thing, is that if that will
And
work,
they're gonna need
that's
to
the big
like
deal.
do some lasso into standing in front of him and then scything sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
My concern is that, sure, they might kill Forev, but then what's left for, like, the TA?
That's true.
And if
That's
you're not
true.
lassoing the Brewmaster, then that's pretty scary,
he just
too.
ults, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
you kind of have to lasso the Brew. Maybe you
Yeah.
just ignore Forev, but with
Hey.
a Wisp,
He's getting such a good start that I don't think you can ignore him.
Ancient Apparition picked up 2 runes, TP'd top. They want to make something happen on this area, so this ward should get dewarded. They just placed it under the ward of the Dire.
And they set up on Moo here. Cold Fee, Arrow, Fisher. There's a lot of lockdown that they'd have to try to synergize.
So they
Moo
got a little
knows
bit of cold feet there.
something's fishy now. Moo's
Yeah.
like, there's some heroes missing from the map.
They need
But-
to adapt. Okay, Batrider used
Ooh, that
the
was nice.
Arcane Rune, is tipping back to bottom against the Bristleback. He has TP ready, but Batrider is level 6, which means Flaming Lasso is ready. Tether, lasso used, flame break.
God, if he dies here.
He has arcane runes still, but has a couple of 7
Oh,
charges,
nice.
but he gets him. Oh,
Arch.
he has no boots of speed, nothing to run with. This arcane rune doing the job. Just gonna keep right-clicking him down,
Try to go for the creeps.
and that's gonna be a double kill
Nice
for
rotation.
monkeys.
Well, you made a call for him to do something and step up, and he does.
He really did. That was so close, but he calculated. He knows this hero better than anybody. This is a classic. Monkey's bad, Monkey's storm.
Wizard, are you familiar with the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
Sorry, what?
Where the hell does Wizard come from? All right, we're moving on.
Are you, Trent?
Yeah, like the old live-action movies.
Yeah,
Those
like-
things were hilarious.
This Bat Rider set is Bebop, of
Yes,
Bebop and Rocksteady,
yes,
1000%. And every time I see it, I'm always just like, that is the
Before my
Rhino.
time, man. Before my time.
What cartoon did you watch growing up that you just had to have the costume or T-shirt or action figure for?
Jimmy Neutron, dude. Boy genius.
Jimmy Neutron.
What is that?
His
What are you
age
talking
is
about?
showing.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
You
Well,
don't
actually,
I
I
know
can
it.
picture him. He has like the swirly
He
ice
looks like
cream
Conan,
cone head.
Conan O'Brien,
Yeah, he
like
does.
kid.
He said, boy
Yeah.
genius.
Boy genius. Yeah, we had Dexter's Lab. Yeah.
Dexter's Lab,
Oh, that
Cow
was
and
pretty good.
Chicken. Give me some
Oh, I-
Scooby-Doos.
I watched Dexter's Lab. Dexter.
He's posing. He's a liar.
Alright,
This
dude.
wizard, melee
Yeah.
wizard.
What was his sister name?
I know
Go.
Dexter.
His sister's name.
Dee Dee? Is it?
Okay.
Oh, he
you
actually got it.
Is
He
that-
did. He did.
You guys remember the Jackie Chan show? Did you guys ever
Jackie
see
Chan
that?
Adventures, dude. That was
Dude,
so dope.
That show was
Oh my
lit.
god, I watch that every Sunday, dude.
Oh, that stuff was real good. I was allowed to stay up a half hour later to watch that. That was a pretty big deal.
So bottom,
Yeah.
bottom tower
Zach.
is gonna fall. Bristleback level 6. IO almost level 6. They don't have the best setup for the relocate besides Shadow Shaman Shackle. They had to adapt a little bit. Templar Assassin stacking the Ancients. He was leeching XP on the mid lane. Where's the Bat Rider at? Getting
He's
closer
coming
to
bottom
that.
lane.
Yeah, getting closer to
Zoom.
that Blink Dagger.
2 stacks
Oh.
up. 2. Rips the wisp away from his bristle mate. He's trying
Oh,
to flock
man.
back to him again, but gets pulled apart like something you see on Discovery Channel. Unfortunate.
He's slaying those the brakes on the tether.
So that's Blink Dagger on him, but Flaming Lasso, unfortunately, is going to be on cooldown. Mirana has level 6, which means Moonlight Shadow is online. They should try to make a move with it. Back to you, Dakota.
Back to you, Wizard. No. Cold Feet Harassment on move towards the top. He's got split, but curious if it's at their best interest to kind of just utilize the split offensively, or if Moo's just totally happy and content to continue to farm his way forward and only fall back on it when it's defensively needed. Still trying to get the essentials of a power treads, but I don't know. I think he favors getting a blink as well early on. I fear for their late game damage output. I guess it depends how good Bryle's going to be on this TA.
Yeah.
Swarming up.
It's a.
He's going for blink. He's doing the
Oh,
old
they're going,
limp.
they're going for the TA. He has no lasso though. It's a trap right there.
Oh, they want to
Yeah, that is a bit odd. I guess just interrupting even.
They know.
flame
She's
break.
hiding under Meld. They're going to have more than enough
Uh-oh.
damage, but there's a
out.
relocate. Do they have a stun? Shackle, actually Hex used by Shadow Shaman to stop that TP. Where's the relocate going to come to? Bottom lane.
What is happening?
Oh,
He still wants
Oh,
to go in there
no.
and fight. Monkey.
Monkeys.
What
Very
just-
brave.
What? What are they doing something somewhere else on the map? Like, what was that? Why are they? Did he must have legitimately thought he had lasso or something. Like, that was really strange.
He
That's-
has it now.
that's why nobody plays Bat Rider. The lasso cooldown is so long you forget that you don't have lasso. It's like, oh, let's go get the TA. Oh shit.
Wow, that was bizarre.
That was really bizarre.
I mean, maybe they were trying to force and then just get out or something and like make some space on the side
I think
lanes,
they had
but-
already made space though.
Yeah.
Hello.
Top lane
Yep.
action. Shackle is used. Brewmaster has that split going. 2 charges left on Mirana. Stun, using that one more charge, hiding under the Moonlight Shadow.
Oh,
There's a
big boy
huge
Bat.
rock coming on Demon. Bat Rider following it up. But Panda is actually quite low. Bouldery is used. There's the Hex, plus a Shackle. Arrow will be used. Who's going to hit
Oh, nice
Demon.
save.
Starstorm used. And it's going to be only that of a Demon. This fight is lasting for so long, but no one's dying.
Well, Might is queued up for
All
Moo.
right, that's going to reveal Brewmaster. He has no split since he used it already. Lasso, I'm not sure that was necessary.
He's
BSJ
getting
has a
scythed.
scythe.
Send
and
him to the dimension. There
That's
you
going
go.
to be a death of Brewmaster. Back to you, Dakota.
That's 3 cores, though, is the thing. You do want to avoid the bristle, that's for sure. TA is chilling that whole time.
Yeah.
So you get this tower, but the cost is a farming bristle and a farming TA.
That all started with an approach onto the Mirana, them banking that they were going to be able to burst her down, but she was able to kind of just fend off, and they have a counterplay that's just a bit stronger. And, you know, the Brew now considering a Midas. I don't know if J.Storm is going to be able to afford that kind of time, but they are creating space mid lane here.
Mid
Threat
lane,
onto
there's
the tier 1.
Batrider blanking in. You shut up. There's Echo Slam coming out. Time your play-by-play now. Monkeys Forever getting a kill on a Wisp. Bristleback running away. I'm not sure they have enough damage to take him down. He's way too tanky with the Vanguard and the Hood. Meanwhile, on the top lane, BSJ playing way too aggressive.
Oh, he got schnicked.
Oh.
7 stacks actually on the mid lane. Of
Why not 8?
So slow.
Oh, give him
Arrow,
8.
he can't dodge that, but it hits him in the back. You should just dodge that. You really can't kill him. What are they trying to do? They're trying to hit him from the front. A ult is gonna connect. So how many stacks do they have? That's gonna be a death of a Bristleback. But
all dead.
Brile, man, going in all ham, triple kill for
Oh
him.
my god.
Get the bristle! Get the bristle! Oh shit!
That's
guys.
the Viper rotation. You try and kill a Viper and 3 heroes die. You try and
the
kill the
Timber.
Bristle. Yeah, the Timber we had the other day. These heroes, man, if you commit for those, you can get punished so hard.
But once you lose like 2 and they're so close to dead, you're like, we must finish what we've started. And they
It's
finally bring him down, but it cost them so much.
the biggest bait.
Now they killed the tier 1 tower. They have such a good Roche lineup with Shadow Shaman, with Bristleback,
Yeah.
and DA. Once they get a fight going, if they kill 1 or 2 heroes, they could easily just switch to Roche.
Is our Bristle going for a Radiance? Is that
Yes,
his plan?
that's what he
Okay, so
queued
that's
up.
why Moo's going
Oh.
Midas, right?
Okay.
So, because he thinks there's gonna be some time, but
Yeah, it's good.
okay, if he can't go Radiance, like what? I don't know.
You
It's
don't-
not really a good Vlad's
You
game.
don't really want much else on Brew, really.
No. I think if it's an okay Vlad's game, like there's a lot of physical damage and it looks okay for your other heroes, then you can still go Vlad's. But other
Yeah.
than that, it's either Midas or Radiance, and that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. Because like you want that XP so bad for Brewmaster.
I've seen that on Necrophos too, where people will just build in, like they'll be losing the game, they'll just build into a Midas because it's like, what items you really need on Necro? You're just gonna walk in and scythe people anyway. If you go for defensive items when you're far behind, you're still gonna be feeding. May as well just go for a Midas and be huge like 20 minutes later, you know?
I think that there was an interesting phase during the major qualifier. Everyone was going Shadowblade on Necro.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
Shadowblade.
Shadowblade Dagon too was
Yeah.
something. You Shadowblade Dagon and then just instantly one-hit people. But then they increased the cooldown on.
On bottom lane, Bristleback, and this prime to push a tower. Shadow Shaman already used the Serpent Wards. Do they even want to defend that? Looks like not, but wrapping around the
Yeah.
tier 1 mid tower, trying to backstab them probably.
Looks like they're on the hunt for possibly finding Moo. They
Oh,
are
Moo, he's getting
successful.
scythed.
Should we get instant shackled up and pulled back? BSJ looking to send him to the Shadow Realm. And they do get him down. They don't get the extra bit of time, though.
That raindrop made it close.
BSJ
And,
has that Gauss Shroud ready, but Bristleback is in. He already used it. Axe plus Shackle will be enough to kill him. There's no follow-up. Moonlight Shadow already used, which means BSJ will be sent to a graveyard.
Is that the body bag zipping up? Is
Yeah,
that what that was?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Thanks,
I was
Wizard.
just kind of seeing what that one did.
This feels like one of those games where suddenly you have unkillable cores, doesn't it? Like they're at 3K. Thank you, LD. LD in the house.
It's doing the thing again. God damn it.
The wizard powers on
No.
the Fritz.
Oh, I'm not a good wizard.
Earthshaker has a blink, but he's just showing it on a mid lane. Usually, you would see people trying to get a smoke once the blink dagger is up, try to make a smoke rotation. Runes are up. 1, 2, 3. 2 for 2. Actually, they have no stuns, which means Monkey Forever will manage to get out, but barely.
Veteran play-by-play. Just knew that wasn't going to happen. Didn't get
And
excited.
Boris mid lane stepping off as Brile's going to be
Oh,
in the
what
AA. 2 ults expended to get a hold of TA. Will prove successful. BSJ once more.
Wisp couldn't heal him up. There was AA ulti on him. BSJ is gonna hit that level 11. Bristleback is on the hunt. Ghost Shroud ready, but he's really slowed up. Fisher on the road side of the ramp.
Oh, Jimmy, you can't reach!
Shadow Shaman, he can't reach him, man.
Oh, no.
They're gonna run into the Roche pit, focusing the Wisp. That's gonna be that of a Wisp. No leap charges available, but Bristleback
Just
is so
farming the
tanky.
snakes.
Oh, he's gonna use the lasso on a Bristle. They have no Reaper sight for a couple of seconds, but Batrider with those stacks up, just cutting through the Bristleback's armor.
Fortunately, awkward situation for J.Storm. Annihilate happens to be in the neighborhood close by and able to just snipe down the Wisp near the Roche pit.
Yeah, that fissure too, just breaking off the fight.
Yeah.
Was amazing. That was just a really well-placed fissure, separating so that it was basically like a 4v1 on both sides.
Props to Mr. Boris for that one, of course.
Oh, TA is in. Flame Break plus Firefly. Wisp is going to give him some extra movement speed, but Necrophos should be fine. He has a Ghost Shroud. They are not going to be able to get any kills in this mid lane.
All right, this is where you're going to see J.Storm start focusing real hard on the Roche, I assume. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, those are quite the odds, dude.
They know that Lasso is down. There's no Echo Slam.
He doesn't have Firefly either. Can't scout.
Yeah, that's another. You talk about Lasso cooldown, man. If you ever see Batrider use Firefly, it doesn't even matter if he has Lasso anymore.
There's an
Ulti
AA,
is going to hit. Wisp is actually getting low
There's
here,
still
but
possible
they want to go in.
contention here for Radiant.
They're under
They could definitely
Moonlight
do something.
Shadow. You need to shut it, Dakota. You're the smart one. Roche on 5% HP. They're gonna arrow the Wisp. Panda use the split. They're going for Mirana. 3 leap charges available. They're using Necrophos. They're tossing Necrophos into the air with the Cyclone. Storm Panda. He has another Cyclone available, but Panda didn't do too much in this fight. He's gonna need the Blink out. Has no Blink available though. Batrider is in. Flaming Lasso is ready as well, but the Blink is on cooldown. Bristleback trying to run away. They're gonna go into the Roche pit and gonna secure the Roche for themselves. Can Bristleback do anything?
Wow.
It feels like he can't.
Demon still has wards, but feels like it'd just be futile at this point. Roshi's looking to get cleaned up. Aegis for Annihilate. And
Man.
she's getting pretty huge here.
I really think this bat is paying dividends. He's just making these fights so hard with the kiting.
Yeah.
Until they get BKBs, they are actually all just so susceptible to the bat.
And
Even
top
the
lane, they're
speaking of,
gonna use the Lasso, try to go on the Templar Assassin. Firefly, they kind of missed. A ulti also does not connect. There's the Echo Slam, but it feels like Boris the Brave will die. He's being left alone. Blink Dagger. Oh, TA blinking against each other. Necro's coming, but he has no ulti available.
Almost able to get the big net worth.
Arrow.
Yeah, there's more on the backside there with the Mirana, but not going to find it.
Low mana on Bristle, but looks like they are not together. Runes are not close enough together here to kind of make something out of it. They have great ward coverage as well in this J.Storm jungle, so they can see any of the movement coming in from J.Storm's side and see if there's fights that's available for them to take, but they have no fights to take. So I'm curious if they're going to do anything now that they're all kind of congregated towards this top lane or not. They have that Aegis, so time is on their side.
I do feel like Monkey Squad, called them that because it was called BSJ Squad yesterday. Monkey Squad is very happy to go late game in this game. Batrider has great initiation. Their supports, the Earthshaker, the A. We've seen that in the late game in a lot of other tournaments. Does a massive amount of damage. Necrophos is obviously one of the best heroes in the late game period because the Reaper Scythe does something that no other hero can do in Dota. And Mirana, of course, is an excellent late game carry, so it's pretty nice to go late game. And then you're against 3 essentially semi carries instead of these like late game heroes.
So Panda didn't finish his Midas. He decided to go for a Blink Dagger. Also Bristleback changing his item build. Finished the pipe, has SNY queued up. There's a scan on the bottom. They know
Boris
something is up, but Shadow Shaman did not use Sentry Ward. Also, he placed the Anti-Tinker Ward. They're gonna go in. They're gonna find the Earthshaker. He has no Blink available. That's gonna be a secure kill. Meanwhile, Boris, while he's being dead, the top lane is gonna get pressured. Also, I love the thing that they're doing. Since Bristleback has a pipe, they have Veil of Discord, 4 points in Ice Vortex, which is gonna lower the magic resistance. Combine that with the Flame Break or Lasso is used on that Bristleback. They want to focus the toughest hero from. They're not hitting him from behind. They're actually hitting him in the front. Double kill for.
Oh, they're going for the split play though. That's a DDTA.
That's not a DDTA, that's a Clarity
That's
TA.
Clarity TA.
Oh my god, they're actually...
They're gonna maybe get this Rax. Those wards are hitting.
Oh
because of
my
that, so
god,
they're
the
gonna
demon
get
special just
Dude.
dropping
Oh
wards.
my god, they just got jimmied so hard.
They got the Siege of the Brewmaster, the Earth Panda, the bonus damage.
Dude,
So
that
much.
is That is infuriating to be in a game when that happens.
Huh?
Oh, they're actually owning. Like, they haven't dropped a single death in the maybe like 1 or 2 in the past 5 to 10 minutes. They're owning, and that happens.
And something of the game, like, you just lose such a huge economic advantage.
Yeah, it's economic, and then it's also that the bot lane is going to constantly be pushed in, which means that the Dire now has more information available to them at all points on where the Radiant is going to be and where they have to be if they want to defend their base, which means the fights are going to get a lot easier for them. And it's not at the point in the game where that lane of racks is insignificant, you know, where you can just send a hero down there and push it easily. They're going to have to use the Batrider Firefly. They're going to have to sit the Necro down there for like 15 seconds.
At least AA can just live there.
Yeah.
That's one advantage to the
I guess
hero.
that's true, but he'll just be... I mean, he'll be there for so long. Yeah, he's going to look real
Killing creeps
juicy.
isn't even fun on AA.
It's
I don't
not.
Know.
Hey,
like,
whoa.
It's
hold
so
on.
slow.
I'm gonna cold feet the range creep. Cool, got that one easy. Now what?
I got it to
smack,
40%
smack.
HP because it's a
Yeah, it doesn't even
mega
kill.
mega.
You guys aren't thinking about it correctly. If you're an AA player, you just queue up the Ags and you just keep shift click. You know, you just click it over and over. Alt click, tell your team, you know, I'm this close to Ags. This close to Ags, guys. Don't worry, I got this lane. Everything's gonna be good once against Ags.
I'm here. I'm the eyes here. Don't worry. I'll tell you if I'm dead.
You guys wonder where I am? Down here.
So what are you saying, that you should just use ulti on the lane to farm? Lasso
No, don't
is
do that.
used on Shadow Shaman.
Well, I guess he might as well use it on the lane.
Earthshaker blanking in with the Fisher as well, just to secure the kill. They're wrapping around on mid with the IO and Brewmaster coming, but creeps actually see that Mirana has 2 leap charges available. I love the build on Mirana with the Diffusal Blade.
Horse in the
He
trees, they
wants
see
to
him.
be able to remove the mana from a Bristleback, move March, buying back after that death. I need to zoom out to see what's happening in the fights. Bristleback stacking those goo on a Batrider. That's probably going to be a certain death on a Bat Wisp, tethering up. Just kidding.
What?
He didn't have mana for the...
Oh.
Yeah, he kept running out of mana for the quills, but like,
Oh.
how was that
Wow.
3 seconds?
I mean, yeah, he was out of mana for a long time. Did he go for the mana talent?
On the Bristleback, you mean?
Yeah, sometimes you go for the other talent because...
He did. He
Movement
went for
Because you have the
movement
Wisp. He gives you the
speed. He
Wisp.
got busted.
Oh, no. I knew it when I saw that, dude.
It's probably came to the end. He's like, I could goo him one more time for the extra slow to ensure my team will be here. But
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
just needed the one more burst.
Yeah, even with all the int this hero has, it's still so low on the mana. It's crazy. At least the regen, that is.
Yeah.
Wards are used on the mid. They want to pressure the tower, but
I
I
really like this
annihilate. Attacking those wards. Panda split is ready.
The haze is going to make it hard to hit the wards.
Mirana is actually one of the best heroes versus Venomancer and the Shaman Wards, though, 'cause
Yep.
she's that extended attack range.
If you get the
Sniper.
Dragonlance, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lasso. They're dragging the Batrider, dragging someone. I see
Ooh.
who.
94 seconds.
Wow.
That TA deleted.
And they're gonna kill the Bristleback as well. AA ulti connected. Wisp
This is good.
gonna go down. Panda forced to use a split. Let's zoom out. They caught Shadow Shaman as well with that Yule Scepter on a Batrider. So that's gonna be 4 dead.
Woo.
Oh, Panda managed to blink out on the side. Arrow coming out, but on a different side, sadly for them. They should try to go mid. Take a tier 2 tower. I don't think they can do more. Someone needs to be on the bottom lane and defend.
They just expended all of their, not all of the resources, but most of their heavy artillery onto that TA, and it proved successful. I was surprised at how much follow-up damage they were still able to get onto that Bristleback to take him out promptly after the TA too, even though she was the one who ate the bulk of the Echo Slam, and then I believe the AA ult as well, and the Reaper Scythe.
Look at Banana Boy's build, too. He's got an Aghanim Scepter. Full Ags, so the ultimate is up again for the next fight. Tia has buyback now, though, so...
We're gonna find Bristle.
He's gonna get
AA
X.
ult is gonna
Get the
connect.
Oh,
So
little
a little timing off
yeah,
right there.
That's way too much damage with the Ice Vortex plus Veil of Discord. And he's gonna have another ult in 40 seconds. So when Bristleback is out, that ult is gonna get ready. Also 4 runes picked up for Radiant.
Oh, snap. Boris got the Ags, though. With that bounty rune. Even with the change to the roots, doesn't impact this game.
Yeah,
so.
there's no roots. That's gonna be pretty huge. The amount that they're getting kited on J.Storm already is going to be compounded by the fact that he has the Zaganims. It's gonna be so hard for them to fight until they have BKBs on all of their heroes. But
And they don't have good lockdown at all. It's like just Jimmy,
it's
right?
just Jimmy, yeah.
And other than that, he can just leap away.
If you just either like lasso the TA and avoid the shaman, or you just kill the shaman, it's very, very hard to fight if you're J.Storm. 7K gold lead for the Banana Boys.
And that's with the racks that they lost as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're still holding the tier 2 mid, and it's tier 1 in the top lane, so it's going to be very difficult to create any sort of a similar rat situation for J.Storm.
Yeah, they just need a position near the bot lane, and they're...
Smoke wraparound. They're trying to find a kill. Also counter smoke coming out from J.Storm. What's the Roche timing? Will respawn in a minute. They're afraid if there's going to be a Roche fight. Mirana has ulti if they want to go for it. Jimmy needs to invest a lot of money into those sentries, and Dust also needs to put Dust in the inventory instead of a backpack.
Yeah, he's got just the 8th lens, I think, so he still doesn't have the Blink Dagger, right?
Yeah.
For Jimmy, so very difficult to play that hero with only Aether.
We talked about this when you fall behind on Shadow Shaman. The hero feels so goddamn weak.
Do you just spam when someone has an item in backpack until he puts it in?
You know that shows up for all other casters, right?
I mean, I don't know how many other casters
So,
are casting King's
that's
Cut,
true.
but yeah. But
It's so funny if it showed up.
Dude, the Light of Heaven's the worst, though, man.
oh, by far, he's
Dude,
the
he
worst.
just pings those shrines. I don't know what it is about shrines. It's all he ever pings.
Use the shrine, you idiots.
Another smoke
Fight on the shrine.
by Radiant there and Mirana ulti. This is a good combo to use, which does not
Arcane
reveal you,
Rune.
but Jimmy knows something is up. There's a sentry ward plus an observer. Lasso
BKB?
is gonna get used on
Oh,
Temporary
wow.
Assassin with the BKB. Mirana was hexed, but now they used everything. Arrow's not gonna connect. They're gonna go on a Wisp, just gonna annihilate Wisp. Did you see what I did there?
That was
I
good.
annihilate.
Yes.
Ah.
Most players wait till the fight's over before they say that kind of stuff, 'cause it's actually still going on.
Panda used the split, but they need to run back. They are running out of steam. This is gonna get devorted. Arrow is ready again. Batrider is in with the Arcane Rune. His spells are gonna be ready. Jimmy is down. That's
melting.
the godlike for I annihilate.
Oh!
Blink, Echo Slam, plus a Totem with the Aghanim Scepter. There's gonna be ulti from BSJ. That's not gonna get him some extra seconds on that, but it's gonna be more than enough. Also, Roche just spawned. They can try to go for a Roche right now.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Even was 3. You did
It
that.
wa-
Once March had respawned it, it worked out.
right, I was waiting for that one.
Am I making is it a hot take to say that I feel like the Wisp is not able to really do anything in this game? Like, there's no bailout opportunity for the Batrider, just maybe because of the interaction like Jenkins was talking about before.
Earthshaker.
Oh my god, how much damage.
Enchant Totem, you were right, Dakota.
No, I mean, yeah, we'll just get caught in feet out of position there, but I mean, I don't know. It just feels like he's like going in, he's like, I will try to help, and then he just dies. It
Does
feels a bit,
feel like
maybe
that.
he got
It's-
purpose in the laning phase, but unfortunately it feels like he's just clinging on like a
There's
leech
just-
to whatever it could be.
there's just too much damage and kiteability. Like J.Storm is getting into a fight. They use the BKB on TA, and then they just can't get out after the BKB is down because there's so much. Like there's the Earthshaker who's kiting them. There's the bat that has all the napalms on them. It's just so hard for them to exit the fight. when
The
they
problem is also TA can't really focus anyone because Mirana is just gonna run away. Batrider, they have 2 Force Staffs, so if he can get somehow hands on AA before he can use the ulti, that would be perfect for them.
Yeah, that's
Panda
that's
using
about
a
it.
clap plus split. He has a dust but can't use it since
dispel.
he already used it. Wisp using a dust, so that's gonna reveal them and
Great
slow them
fissure.
down. There's also Boulder on A. I'm not sure they want to chase this.
That was such a nice fissure. Boris is actually insane at this hero.
Yeah, he's doing really well this game.
Like the fissure placement has been so on point.
Force out the split. Now you just see
Riders
a
on the hunt. They're gonna see TA,
Oh.
but Boris,
Like, you
you just
cursed
praised
Boris.
him.
Yeah.
What I do?
And
They
they're actually
still
gonna
get
get him.
some.
Temporary Assassin
Oh!
has a BKB, but Necro Ulti is gonna connect. She's gonna be down for more than 2 minutes, actually less than 2 minutes. I'm just trying to see if you're paying attention, Dakota.
Yeah, close to 2 minutes. Get me out. Good kidnapping to get the grab on the TA and pull her out from the base. And with that core pretty much taken off the table, this is looking all but great for ROOONS. Easy mid lane racks. And this one's all on the Bristle and a Brewmaster who still has a minute before offering a split. I mean, you have Demon's wards, but that's just going to be free money. That may just be game.
Yeah, that looks
That
like a
might
game.
be just game right there.
No buyback on TA for 70 seconds. So that's gonna be 2 set of Raxes. as this game progresses, it's gonna be way harder for J.Storm
My
to
God,
actually
this-
win this game.
TA still dead for a minute.
Meanwhile, they're on the mid lane though. Radiant mid lane, David. Relocate.
Oh,
They
that
managed to
Jimmy
take
play.
down one tower with Serpent Wards. Relocate coming back. Necrophos, they have no stuns
Yeah.
whatsoever.
You gotta give him some credit though.
The Hail Mary into a fumble.
They are trying to find these moments where they can get something out of the pressure coming out, and again, it's because of that early racks in the bottom lane where they always have to be concerned about it.
Now, all they need to do on the side of the Banana Boys is just slam down this bot lane. And they're basically not raxed next time they want to do a push. Because they want to push this lane anyway. And the other lanes are going to be pushing in for them. Because of the mega creeps.
Yeah, securing that Roach too. I don't think there's any chance they can test from J.Storm.
TA's still dead. After all of this time, TA's still dead.
Gotta love Scythe.
God, Necrophos is such a great hero.
Roche. And also there's another Arcane Rune. Does Batrider want to pick that up? He has Breach of Travel, but it's a cooldown for the next 15
Mirana.
seconds. Mirana is going to pick it up in the bottle. Has leap charges available. Finish this Roche quickly. She's going to be the one picking up the Aegis. Probably going to give Cheese the VSJ. Or am I wrong? We're going to see about that.
You're right, sir.
Hey,
I might be play-by-play, but I know some stuff.
You know some
That's
stuff.
good.
You've been
That's
around
nice.
the block.
that's a first. Just kidding. just joshing. Just joshing hard.
Another DDTA here.
All right.
Nice and bright and
He's,
blue.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame
What's
you.
up with that? It's
It
so
does
close.
look like a DD.
It is. A lot of heroes. Terrorblade DD as well.
They are
Alright.
approaching Mirana with that Aegis. They don't have a center. Jimmy using a Hex.
Dang,
Braille
that was
focusing
quick.
that Mirana. Force Staff will be used. Necro has a cheese. Oh, he
Oh,
actually managed
God,
to get
the
him. Also
Fisher.
Force Staff for
Boris,
himself.
The
That's
bodyguard.
Mirana gonna go down. Hits the
Oh,
arrow.
Boris, no!
The
Boris.
failure.
The quills.
Actually, Mirana is gonna live. Bristleback.
How is
He's
everyone
really
alive?
tanking that SNY. What's happening? Demon will be the first one to
God.
die. Boris on the chase, but they're already back.
That was the most awkward team
That was
I've
a
ever seen.
kerfuffle or whatever.
It was a Baron burner.
All started like an instant jump in from Mirana. Demon's instant hex, attempted turnaround. Boris with the bailout fissure. But then unfortunately, yeah, hit with the coils means he can't interject with that mighty dunk.
Yeah, they're all getting bots now on the side of ROOONS too, so they recognize that the only way they lose is these rat plays. So just get bots, guys. You know,
Yeah.
you can shove out lanes, join fights, and then things look very difficult for J.Storm.
BSJ not getting that memo yet. He'll still stick with phase, and he's slotted up an AC.
I like that. It's there's like only physical damage on the J.Storm side, so even though that's not a very typical Necro item, it's not even, you know, it doesn't even really amplify Necro in terms of his physical damage, because he really doesn't do all that much physical damage, especially with the phase boots. You're not
Mhm.
right-clicking that much, but it doesn't matter because it's just for the defense purposes
Yep.
against the Bristle, against the TA.
Those are the only people who can really deal any respectable damage to
Yeah.
the Necro. So
There's
Have an
the real
answer for
double
it.
damage,
Oh, there she is.
but no one's picking it up.
Beauty.
It's gonna be harder for them to push into this lane since J.Storm has mega creeps. They're pinging the tier 2 tower on the top. They could also try to go for a play with the relocate. Man, this Wisp. Level 13. Only Buckler and Hood.
Does he have the XP talent?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
Smoke
wow.
used by ROOONS. Also, they have a gem on a Batrider for quite some time. We didn't mention it, which means that J.Storm does not have any wards on the map. They're in the base. They have a couple of sentries.
Oh.
Do they want to use it? Yeah, they're using Lasso on a Bristleback, a ulti on a Wisp as well.
Yeah.
Where's that Necro ulti? There it is. That's
You know,
a double kill. Mirana with
just
the
can't do
double
anything.
damage is going to be able to blink out because of the refraction. Arrow is not going to connect, but Jimmy can't.
Get him,
rule.
Jimmy!
Only one stack of stick in a palm is going to be more than enough. This game looks pretty over, and when it's time to call it, it is time to call it.
I feel like Batrider was such a great final pick. I mean,
Yeah.
even your Wisp right there is like, don't go. I can't do anything to stop you. Just feels like they're getting away with murder. And now that means without too much of a backup from J.Storm, this base just
Forrest
belongs
wants to
to
catch
them.
Moo. Goes up on him, gives him the slam jam. He can he gets Yules and the totem.
Oh,
the
he wants to get a
counter
kill.
Oh!
He wanted to steal the kill with 50 damage on Cyclone.
That would be a noble attempt.
So game's still going. They're gonna finish the last range Raxes on top. Bristleback going in with the tether. Piranha just jumping in on that Wisp, going really ham. Has that Aegis. Does not finish him. There's the Reaper Sight plus AA ulti on Bristleback. Force Staff used to save the Piranha. No leap charges whatsoever. Templar Assassin using that BKB. But there's no follow-up. Jimmy's far behind. Can't really use any disables. Okay, he actually can, but they do not want to go for it.
I guess they hold off for now. They're not throwing in the towel, so J.Storm even fighting into Megas feels like they have a possible chance. Still lost Bristle, and we'll have no Bristle for what looks like well over a minute.
That's so much gold for the Radiant side now, though.
It is.
So it's just time.
There's an
and money.
Aghanims on the AA.
We heard from March yesterday though, and they're probably taking this as some good practice against Megas. You know.
Yeah,
This
true.
is Definitely not a situation you find yourself in that much where you could potentially actually come back.
And
from
last is
Megas.
going to be used on Panda, who
So
has a
fast.
BKB, but
Sight.
there's the Reaper side just to
Damn.
finish him off. There's also a couple of sticky napalm charges on Shadow Shaman. That's going to be a death of him also. Oh, they're going to go in on AA, which means he's going to die. He does not have a buyback yet. Shadow Shaman buying back. They're using the Shrine to heal up.
He's double the heal with the Wisp right there, but oh, jumping from Moo. Boris just looking to leap away from potential trouble. He still has a Yules.
Panda with the BKB, but they lack lockdown. Jimmy far away from them, has no mobility item. March. Oh, really deep.
Jimmy bailed him out with the Hex right
Yeah.
there. March's still going to get dropped, though. BSJ is able to walk right in. There's the split. Boom.
Okay,
Off-
you go, Dakota. Finish this one.
Off to the dimension. 2 minutes for Jimmy. But with a dunk right there, it feels like an emphatic exclamation point on this one. Going the way of ROOONS.
Good game.
GG.
That's it.
Dang.
Wow.
Nice
BSJ,
They did it.
godlike
They
versus
did it.
major qualifying team.
What?
What a time to be alive.
NA is up in the air, man.
It was a great Monkeys
Feeling like it's up in
back
the air.
game.
That was nice.
That was really nice. That was super, super nice. They picked a draft. They knew what they wanted to do, and they did it.
What? How do you get a
I got an
an
item.
item
I got
for-
an item for watching that game.
What'd you get?
A blink-
genuine Tidehunter Blink Dagger?
What?
Oh, I had a market listing.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Oh.
Okay. How much is that?
I have
It's
no
like
idea.
$30 or something.
Oh my God, big spender here.
Dude, come on. I want to play Tide. I feel like he's missing in my life, and I was like, you know what? This will motivate me to play some more Tide games.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
you
don't get
wanna-
to
I
see
don't
him
What's
think-
up with Tide? Why is he dead?
I don't think you want to play Tide right
Dude,
now.
come on. He's so fun. He's a big monster.
He's got big ol', which is like hype, you know.
It's like this-
Ravage
yeah,
is
he's
hype.
fun.
really-
I was thinking support. You know, you go with the
Oh,
max
that's
gush.
actually decent. I actually
Yeah.
think that's decent.
Yeah, we're gonna get that
There's
one
some-
going.
We can play that.
We can
tonight.
try that.
All right, yeah, I got
There's
you.
some
Don't worry.
serious efficiency.
If
on
I'm
that
playing
spell.
Tide, I mean, I'm gonna let you play Tide since you spent $30 though.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
I'm
That's-
gonna be
that's
the
so
offlaner,
kind of you.
all
That's
right.
Pretty kind. Anyway, this game.
What?
Anyway,
there was a
this-
The
game?
game that just occurred.
It's one of two. It's a 2-game series, everybody. Remember that. ROOONS only take game 1.
So
of
what
this.
went wrong for J.Storm?
They didn't get the snowball with the TA. Like, the TA is basically the only physical, right? So it's like, if your Brewmaster and your Bristle both fall behind, they can't actually, like, choose who they fight, kind
Yeah.
of, right? Like, they kind of are the people who follow up on the engagement. Like, the Bristle...
Especially when you're against a bat.
Yeah. It's kind of like, if the Brewmaster's not initiating the fight, like, it's supposed to be the Bristle's just running around in circles around the Brewmaster who controls everyone, and then TA just leaps and destroys some supports.
It kind of felt like one of those games where they all wanted to do that, where it's like, okay, guys, this is a rough game for me. You guys go start the fight, and I'll do something afterwards. It's like, well, who's going to start the fight then? Who's going to actually fight?
Monkeys, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Not on
exactly.
their terms.
Not in
Yeah.
the, not in yeah.
And everybody's so mobile and durable on ROOONS' side that anyone that the Brew or Bristleback want to get onto,
I would
not going to get a
say
finish.
that that was a complete outdraft, basically. Not saying that it was like an outdraft where they didn't have to play well. Obviously, they played it exactly as they anticipated when drafting those heroes. Like, they played really well. But with that being said, because they didn't let up in any of the lanes or any of their pressure, other than that one time where they got ratted,
Yeah.
they obviously won. They crushed because the last pick bat just completely destroyed all of those heroes. It made it so hard for them to play in that game. The TA was like the carry in that game, and the TA cannot function against those heroes.
Yeah, it's the first time we see
concur.
Wisp in Kings Cup. It's 1-14. Marana Kresu I Annihilate 16-2. Awesome performance there. We'll have to see what kind of change-ups we're going to get for game number 2. Send us out to a break.
We're gonna go into the break.
Good send out to the break, by the way. You heard him.
Break.
Here, I'll do it. I got it. I got this, guys.